Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is another episode of No Sight, No Problem after I have been gone for like 3 weeks. That was not intentional. I keep doing stuff on Fridays. Don't know why. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about my biggest pet peeves as a blind person. And obviously, not all of these are going to apply to all blind people because it's like my personal list. So just keep that in mind as I'm going through these, that some people might not have the same like annoyances or like pet peeves as I do, but I just wanted to quickly discuss them. So, the first thing I have written down is when cars turn right before I cross an intersection. This is so annoying to me. I think it's just me though. I haven't really heard anyone else mention this, and I think it is technically allowed for people to do that, but it's really kind of inconvenient because when a car turns right in front of me, like right as I'm about to cross, it's really scary for me because I can't see where the car is coming from, so it seems to me like they're just coming out of nowhere. But with that said, there's really not much I can do about it because, like I said, I think it is actually allowed, so yeah. Just thought I'd mention it anyway. My next one is when people try to help me after I said I don't need help. If I say no, I mean no. So please don't try to help me multiple times after I have said no thank you. And yeah, sometimes I do have to ask for help. I'm not shy about admitting that. It's true. Blind people have to ask for help. But after they've said no to you and you've asked if they needed help, you should not try to help them any further, because I think that makes it pretty clear that we don't need help, you know? And I don't think that's just me either. I've heard some other blind people mention this, so I think that's kind of more of a, like, all blind people kind of thing. The next one is when people try to jump over my cane, and yes, this has happened, believe it or not, and it's really annoying for me, and I also think it's really annoying for the people that do it. Mainly it's just annoying for me, but a lot of people have done that and they have fallen, obviously, because, you know, the cane moves, so it's really not safe to be doing it, first of all. And second of all, don't blame me if you fall, because you're the one that jumped over it, just saying. And in general, just don't do that to anyone, because not only could you possibly get hurt from it, but it's also annoying for us, because we have to use our cane to find things in front of us, or, you know, what if there was a drop-off right to the right of me, and I didn't even notice because somebody jumped over my cane and distracted me. Just saying. Next, I have when people sneak up on me thinking that I don't know where they are. This one is especially annoying to me, and I don't know if this one is just me or if other blind people have the same thought as me, but I hate it when people sneak up on me and they're like super loud and super obvious about it, and then they think it's gonna work. Like, I can still hear you, like, obviously I'm gonna know that you're coming because I can hear you. And also, like, at the times that it is successful, because I've had some times where I don't know where the person is and it legitimately scares me, it's not fun for me at all, because how was I to know that you were coming? And, like, sometimes I'm okay with it if you're just being intentionally loud because you want me to notice it and then it's just a joke. Like, I'm okay with it just, like, if you lightly do it and don't try to make it not obvious that you're coming, you know, I might be okay with it. But, like, if you're legitimately trying to scare me and you're obviously being loud, like, don't expect it to work. And just don't do it. The next one is when people say they doubt I'm actually blind. Yes, this has happened to me quite a few times, and some people I really can't blame them for it, because some of them were kids. So, like, obviously, you know, like, it's kind of an innocent question coming from a kid, but I have had other people ask if I'm really blind, and then when I tell them yes, they're like, oh, no, you're not. And I'm like, well, I think I should know, because I was the one born with the condition, you know? And, like, my eyes don't really look any different from a sighted person's eyes, so I think that's the main reason why people think I'm not blind, but I actually am. And if I am holding a cane and using assistive technology, that should be pretty clear confirmation that, yes, I am actually blind, just saying. And I did actually have this discussion with a few people, because they were asking how I type, and so I told them, you know, I have this thing called BrailleNote Touch Plus. If you want to know more about it, just let me know, and I can make a video just kind of showing you what it is and how it works. But a lot of people were just asking how I typed, so I explained that to them, and then they were like, oh, I bet someone dictated that for her. I bet she didn't type that. And I was like, well, excuse me, like, I did actually type that, thank you very much. So yeah, just please be respectful, and like, I know, like, not everyone's gonna know, I realize that, but please try to be nice about it. Next I have when people wave their hands in front of my face and ask if I saw it. I mean, obviously I didn't. If I told you that I can't see anything, that means I can't see anything. And I'm kind of okay now with people asking me about colors and stuff, because now I kind of like, I have more of an understanding of it myself. I feel like when I was a kid, I used to get really offended about it. Like, now I'm okay with discussing colors, or, you know, when people ask if I see light, I can try to explain it to them. But do not wave your hand in front of my face. Like, that's kind of an invasion of space, for one thing. And for another, obviously, I can't see it. Like, if I've already told you, hey, I'm blind, I can't see, I said what I meant. So next I have when people try to change their voice thinking I won't know who they are. It can be kind of fun sometimes with my friends to, like, do impressions of people, but if you're legitimately trying to, like, make me think that you're someone else, like, don't expect it to work, especially if you're someone that I know well. Like, if you're someone that I know, and I know what your voice sounds like, I'm gonna know it's you. Just saying. And, like I said, sometimes it can be kind of fun, but, like, at the same time, I don't think that it's really nice to do this to blind people, so just keep that in mind. Next I have when I ask for directions and people tell me the thing I'm looking for is over there or right there. Like, come on. I don't know what that means. Obviously. And I think this is another big one for a lot of blind people. I feel like a lot of blind people have expressed the same concern, because not only is this confusing to us, but it's also not very helpful. I mean, think about it. If you had no vision at all, and somebody told you that the box of pasta you were looking for was over there, like, you don't know where that is, do you? I would think not. So just keep that in mind when a blind person comes to you asking for directions, because that's not helpful. Next I have when bushes block crosswalk buttons at intersections. This one annoys me so much, and I know some other people have had the same problem, because I've heard, like, some of my friends mention it, and, like, some other people I know who are blind mention this. And yeah, I think it's a pretty big problem with a lot of the intersections. I have encountered it myself when I go out to practice crossings, because yes, I do practice crossings. Not by myself, obviously, but I do. And it's really annoying because it makes it really hard to get to the crosswalk button. And for blind people, you know, that's extremely important. Like, you need to be able to get to the crosswalk button, because how are people gonna know you're crossing? Like, that's dangerous. And not to mention, it's, like, super annoying, because sometimes the bushes are so high up that they just block the button completely, and I can't even tell where it is. So, please, someone please just cut down the bushes. Next I have when people ask me how I know where they are if I can't see. Well, there's this thing. It's called hearing. We all have it. And basically it means that I don't need to see you to know where you are. Like, most of the time, this will probably sound weird, but sometimes I can, like, sense people, or, like, you know, if you're wearing a very strong, like, perfume scent or something, then I'll be able to know where you are. Like, knowing where people are is not just based on sight. And I used to have this question a lot, like, in elementary school. Like, a lot of people would be like, well, how do you know where I am? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe because I can hear you? So yeah, just, that's just kind of a weird question. Like, why would you even ask that? I mean, no offense to anyone who has asked it, because, like, if you didn't know, like, you didn't know, it's fine. But, like, just try not to, now that you do know. And lastly, this is probably kind of a weird one to include, but when my cat doesn't move out of the way, because he's just like that. That's the kind of cat he is. For those of you who don't know, I have a super cute cat, and as much as I love him, I don't love it when he gets right in front of me and I can't get past him. Not that I can do anything about it, just thought I should put it in this list. And actually, that was not the last one. There was another one that I completely forgot about, so sorry about that. So the actual last one is when people tell me things just because they know I can't see and because they want to scare me. So believe it or not, this has actually happened. A lot of the time, people will just tell me that there are bugs on me. Or like one time when I was really little, these kids from my class, like, they tried to convince me that there was another blind student in the class. There wasn't, by the way, and I totally fell for it. But just, I don't think that this is a very nice thing to do. Like, even as a joke, personally, I find this really offending. Like, you shouldn't be legitimately trying to scare a blind person. Like, that's not okay. Like, just don't do that. And, like, I get that most people, you know, they just see that as a joke. They see it as something that's funny. But I don't see that as something that's funny, so please don't do it. It's just not very nice. So that was it for all of my pet peeves. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any other questions or if you have any comments, you can leave them in my comments section, and please let me know if you want to see a video where I show my assistive technology, because I will totally make that if you guys want to see that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I usually film every Friday. I'm sorry for being gone for 3 weeks. I'm really trying to start a schedule, but, you know, school and stuff, so can't always film every single Friday, but I will do my best. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks, and bye. Where did I put my camera? Oh, never mind.